Good morning. I love and strongly encourage everyone to take walk in your garden every single day, like a ritual, like a practice for yourself for every single day. And trust me, it changes, it transforms your garden so much. The reason being, we learn a lot with those little observation that we do every single day. When we walk, we are learning our garden better. So for example, like what's happening here is I have some nasturtiums that sprouted and I have a pea seedling that sprouted right there. Usually when we let the garden self sow, in the next season, when the season is right, the seeds start to sprout, indicating us that the weather is perfect for many of the similar crops or many of the similar plants to sprout. So that gives me a good indication that I can go ahead and start my nasturtium seeds or sow more nasturtium seeds if I like any, or plants or seeds that grow like nasturtiums, like that has the same requirements. And this is very amazing to understand through experience. When you walk your garden, the little things that we see brings in a lot of knowledge. And today when I'm walking, I'm majorly looking for the seedlings that I planted yesterday. That's cauliflower. I didn't water the garden yesterday after I planted them because the soil was already nice and moist. And so I just wanted to check on how they were doing. And I also encourage to walk, because when you walk your garden every single day, you'll find the activities that are going in the garden, not just with the plants, but of course the mice activity too, right? Remember on us having the mice issues. So I did see mounds of dirt for 3 or 4 days in this area when I took my morning walks. So evening or whenever I'm ready to work in the garden, I came up and I backfilled the soil and I put in some rocks right there and a wood piece right there just to block the tunnel right there, because I did see a small tunnel there. And today morning when I'm walking again, I just found out a little bit of disturbed soil here and there, which is like maybe they are looking for earthworms again. And in that process, just because I'm taking the walk in my garden, that's when I found out that there's a huge tunnel in here. It can be the activity of squirrels or mice. So now that because of my walk, I'm able to see that there is some activity and I'm able to find it as early as possible. Maybe that happened, I didn't notice it yesterday, but I noticed it today, which I still consider fairly early. So now I'm going to act on that. Maybe a trap, maybe I'll think about it on what I can do to close it or how to act on it. I in fact love that there are tunnels on the positive side of this, because for now none of the plants in there got affected, so I don't have a problem. And the reason I love it is they create tunnels in there and aerating the soil so much. And because these raised beds have a lot of clay in them that I used from the front yard to fill up the raised beds, it's very hard for me to work through that clay. So having tunnels like this in fact makes me a little happy, because I'll go ahead and close them, but for sure there's a lot of aerated soil in there which I wouldn't have been able to do, or if I do, I have to dig through, which I don't like. I like to keep it a no dig garden. Once it is like established for an year, I try not to dig unless until I'm planting something specifically. Those are the areas that I dig. Otherwise I keep the rest of the soil undisturbed, and I'll keep adding some mulch or leaves on top of it to build the soil underneath. So this is little things like that when we walk through our garden, gives us a lot of knowledge on what pests we are having, what is thriving. We can make a notes on what's growing better in our garden, which season is doing which vegetables or which fruits or which flowers are doing good in our garden in which season. That gives us a database of our own garden. And all the gardening, for me, I believe that all the knowledge we have through internet or through reading is the base knowledge, and the majority of the knowledge, the true actual knowledge in your garden or about your garden, comes through experience from your own garden, because every spot is different, every location is different. There's so many factors to why a certain thing grows in a certain place and doesn't grow in a certain place. So all of this is learned through experience in your own garden. So it's very important, and trust me, that one walk in your garden every single day, be it even for 5 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes, taking a look at what is happening will transform your garden. Thank you so much.